Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, and welcome back, Kilauea, as we have a new eruption over there.
I know, this is crazy.
Well, you guys remember perhaps last time when Kilauea was going off, and it's going off again, as, the process of building the Big Island continues.
Yeah, I know, it's a beautiful process, but scary.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to look at. So the eruption started late last night, and ongoing after a series of tremors, a series of quakes going off. And think about that, 2020 is going out with a bang.
Hopefully everybody's okay over there.
And so they're asking residents to stay indoors. Again, the gases can be fatal.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And when you look at some of the pictures and stuff, it really gets me thinking of mythology, Greek mythology in particular, and volcanism. Vulcan, the god of fire and forge and all that. It's an amazing process that we see undergoing as the Big Island's actually getting bigger, and this is part of that process. Now, if we take a look at the quake activity, you have 355 quakes globally, 95 right now being reported on Hawaii and the Big Island there.
Wow, that's incredible.
Well, I remember when it happened before, it was a much bigger quake. The biggest one here is a 4.4. And, there was literally like 700 quakes in a 24-hour period. So, this at this moment is not quite as large as what we had going on. But, that could always change in a heartbeat, too.
Hopefully it'll stay mild.
We'll see. There's so much going on. And talking about quakes, we see over here, Mount Etna over in Italy, another big eruption, and the aviation color code is raised to red. Will we be seeing Vesuvius and Pele? You remember Pele, that aviation color code was raised to yellow because it has been showing signs. And then Casey talked about the concurrence. When you see, Pele and Vesuvius going at the same time, then the big changes have really begun.
I know, now's the time to keep an eye on everything. We just don't know what's going to happen with this conjunction.
Well, the activity is increasing. Everybody that we're hearing from, they're saying their ears have never rang so much. I mean, mine have gotten louder and louder and louder. But what's weird is, like I told Cindy, it seems like my hearing's getting better and better and better. Like it's getting like hyper hearing.
Right. I really feel our senses are getting sharper.
Yeah, I think they are getting sharper. And so we have increased volcanic unrest at Mount Ruapehu. And this is in New Zealand, and the aviation color code is raised there too. And we've seen activity over at White as well previously. And, it just feels like we're going to get a whole wave of blasts going on pretty soon.
It definitely does. Yep.
Well, again, all the energies incoming, they definitely can affect the interior processes of the Earth. And then who knows? I mean, everything goes up in intensity. We see more quakes. And we see more volcanic activity there as well.
And a lot of people haven't been able to sleep. It can translate from the human body to the earth, this disruption.
So the aviation color code raised to yellow here on the 21st. And happy solstice, by the way, guys. Happy Grand Conjunction Day. Happy Christmas Star Day.
Happy day.
Yes. So following an increase in crater lake temperature and the largest measured gas output in the 2 past decades. So something is going on there for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And by the way, yesterday that quake came in originally at 6.3 and then 6.2. They do play with numbers. And this was the one off the coast of Japan.
Gosh, that's strong and shallow. Wow.
Yeah, and there's a decent amount of people in the area. Basically about 1.6 million people are estimated to have felt light shaking, and 9 million feel weak shaking as well. Although there may be slight sea level changes in coastal regions, it caused no damage to Japan. We do see, though, that Japan, thankfully, in my opinion, they shut down a reactor over there. Japan's Kyushu Electric Power has shut down the number 4 reactor at its Genkai nuclear plant in southwestern Japan for scheduled maintenance, a spokesman said. Interesting. So it's just, scheduled maintenance, nothing to do with that quake that just happened.
Yeah, I wish they just wouldn't even have these reactors.
Yeah, I just think it's Russian roulette. The reactors are Russian roulette. We saw what happened with Fukushima, and that's still an ongoing disaster as well. So heavy rains trigger floods and landslides in parts of the UK, and plan on talking more about what's going on in the UK right now, as they are in a very, very severe lockdown going on. And we're talking to one of our really good friends over there, and he was just saying that it's just shifting from inconvenience to basically like horror movie, playing out right now with everything going into such an intense lockdown. And then, of course, you have the whole Brexit thing going on as well. And there's starting to be reports of, the real potential for extreme shortages that it just sounds very, very ominous.
It really does. It doesn't feel good. The energy about this whole situation is just getting more volatile.
And we talked about how different countries are handling things differently. And how in some it's super severe, what's going on for the citizens trying to just survive. So many people have lost their income, lost the businesses they were spending their entire lives building, just like that, all gone. Meanwhile, there's record profits at some of the biggest corporations out there, and it just feels like it's just a horrible travesty going on in many, many different ways. So, the whole world needs our prayers. And by the way, there are a lot of global meditations today with the solstice going on. We do have a really packed schedule today with people. But yeah, if we can, we'd like to get back later on today, maybe tonight, if we're talking Eastern Standard Time, to do at least some sort of meditation, and encourage everybody out there to do a meditation for peace and also for this whole situation to resolve in as peaceful a manner possible, as quickly as possible, because really what it feels like now is, 2020 was just such a brutally difficult year, life-changing year for so many. But it just feels like everything is going to a new level, new devil, in 2021.
Right, and they're going to do everything they can to repress us, and we want to be able to utilize our free will.
So floods and landslides hit part of the UK over the weekend, and more than half a month's worth of rain fell in 24 hours. There we go again, right? 5.4 inches of rain recorded in Devon, which usually sees about 9.8 inches of rain for the month of December. And that's still a lot of rain, especially from somebody that's used to being in the desert now. Yeah. That's like a year back where we were, more than a year. We, over in Death Valley, would get about 6 inches or less. But here you have rainwaters breaching flood defenses as well. You have a lot of search and rescues going on, significant flooding, landslides overnight. The crews helped 18 people leave the area, while some had been displaced due to other hazards posed by harsh weather. So, this is just on top of everything that's going on with the economic conditions, the food shortages that, are starting apparently as well. And it's just sad. So we send our prayers out to everybody over in the UK, our friends, family, and loved ones.
Definitely.
And we see a topsy-turvy weather system going on. There's going to be a big drop in temperature up through the Dakotas and up in Minnesota as well, Wisconsin, Iowa. You might drop 20 or 30 degrees in a day, but that does happen with these systems that come rolling in. Looks like most of the east is going to be kind of on the soggy side and not necessarily on the white side. And if you're hoping for a white Christmas, it might just be a wet Christmas.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And by the way, alien hunters capture the first serious candidate, so they say, for extraterrestrial communication. And this one, it's because of the wavelength that it came in at, 980 megahertz, which is a band of radio waves typically lacking signals from human-made and crafted satellites. So they're wondering the potential. Did we eavesdrop on some ETs?
I think we did.
Maybe a reptilian armada.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Let's hope it's Pleiadians or Arcturians.
Indeed.
And by the way, get out and take a look up tonight and check out the Christmas star, as Jupiter and Saturn are coming closer than they have in 800 years, basically.
Yeah, this is a big deal.
Yeah, we were watching it. It's cool seeing them getting closer and closer and conjuncting. And the energies are definitely getting more intense. That is for sure.
Oh my gosh, for humans and Earth alike.
Guys, thank you so much for your support here, Ko-Fi, Patreon, as well as, emotionally as well for everybody out there. Let's again send out our intentions on this solstice day for healing for the planet. May the, dark powers that have stretched over this planet be removed, and may humanity be free.
Absolutely. And we do want to say a huge thank you to Ron, Terry, Dominic, and Delmar for your support. You guys, we so appreciate it. We could not do it without you.
Yeah, anybody that needs Vedic chart done or energy healing coaching, feel free to reach out at EEARTS at Proton Mail or evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. And thank you for your patience with us getting back to you. It's been very, very busy, which is great. We love helping everybody as much as we can. As always, stay prepared out there. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.